Okay, so TRX for September, we're gonna have a bench with 2 risers high, the mat, and you wanna set it up, the bench on one side, about as far so that if you were gonna do push-ups, your feet are under the anchor.
Under the anchor.
You can still get, your hands on the edge of the bench, not over the middle. And then the mat can go kind of half on and off so that to get your feet in, they can be kneeling on the mat.
Okay.
Some of these you might have to find a length between mid and mid-calf. Mid might be a little high, and mid-calf's going to be a little low. So that's going to be up to the individual people
Right.
on where their feet
And you have 2 risers, right?
It's 2 risers high,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
And then what you'll do is set the bench up on one side where that is, and then for anything we don't use the bench for, you'll go to the opposite side and you'll alternate. So my bench is there, the next person's bench would be here, and they would go on that side for the other one. So we'll
Right.
try to keep it clean that way. That way we're not sliding benches all day.
Perfect.
First exercise is going to be the high row and the double hug. So shoulders are back, get the high row, and then the hug across, and the hug across, alternating for the minute. Row, hug, hug.
So the important thing in that is that you end with your arms right on top of each other.
Basically straight across.
Yep.
One goes to the armpit, the other goes to the shoulder, and then you switch. You don't want to come across.
Right.
and
Or go
actually-
beyond your,
Yeah, you want to make that kind of so they're parallel to each other.
Mhm.
Forwards are parallel. Then we go into the straight overhead squat, so the arms are straight overhead, keep that tension on. Squat into your heels, and then press up through. Don't let this slack, so don't bring your hands forward, keep it back the whole time.
a repeater.
Yes, we've all done that. Then, we're gonna go to the side for that single arm curl. So not a huge angle, hand on the hip, fall out wide, keep the elbow high as you bring it into your forehead. 30 seconds, you'll switch. Again, they'll be on the opposite side of the bench. Make sure when they come down, they don't dip that hip, so they keep that plank. Elbow stays high, so it's not a row. Then we're gonna go into the bench. So again, this might be a little high. All those are at mid-length, and you'll see in your sheet. This can be mid-length, maybe a little lower, but feet are gonna go in. And since you're on the bench, you want it higher than normal, so it's not gonna be quite mid-calf, but if you need to go a little lower than mid, you can. You come up here, so hands are on the edge, and then it's the side-to-side knee tuck. Back out, and then knee tuck, okay? Left, center, right.
Wait, say that again. Left.
So it's the side-to-side,
Oh, right.
so you always come back to the plank,
Mm-hmm.
and then go in, and then out, and then knees to the opposite elbow.
And
Then we're
that's,
gonna flip around.
and people probably like their wrist placement there.
Yes, the wrists, it definitely is easier on the wrists, and I think they'll get more out of each exercise because it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
Then we will go back down to mid-calf. If you want, since you're here, you can put your toes on the bench or just lift them up, but we're gonna do those rollouts. We've all done them before.
Mm-hmm.
Just put your feet on the bench or come a little forward and keep them up. So, but you'll go the opposite way of your bench. Then, oops, I messed that up. So,
It's all right.
the side-to-side knee tuck, you've seen it, that's going to be the next one. The one before the rollouts is going to be a side-to-side push-up. So this is where it's going to get tricky. One hand on, one hand off. This is a little low, but I'm going to leave it there for right now so you can see it. But you're going to do one push-up and then come up and over and do a push-up, up and over. Now
That's
this will
what-
be higher because this is what I mean. If you're at mid-calf, this is too low. Your back's going to be...
So modification,
Modification for that is going to be,
just,
first modification will stay there for 30 seconds and then switch.
okay,
And your other modification can be to knees down, up.
okay. So just totally out of the trainer.
Or, I mean, you could leave your feet in and just go drop your knees, so basically totally out of the TRX. But again, see how that's going to be too low?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe between...
So it's the height of the handles are above the height of the bench.
Well, you want to be higher, yeah, so because once you put your feet in, you're going to get coming up onto the bench. Now I'm flat. If I was in mid-calf, they'd be a lot lower.
Got it.
So you'd want to be here for that. Then you'll do the rollouts, then the side-to-side knee tuck.
Okay.
Then we come onto the bench, so we'll keep it back up to mid if you took it down a little. And this is going to be a curtsy squat on the bench. So you want to set yourself up, handles outside. Left foot on the left side of the bench, but not on the edge so you don't slide off. Right leg goes behind. Drop nice and low so it's behind and to the side. And then push off the leg that's on the bench. Balance. 30 seconds, then you'll switch sides. Then, leave it at mid. You can either rock back or just do it this way.
Ooh.
Heels go in, come to the edge of the bench, and tricep dips.
Nice.
Obviously, your modification here can be just go to the floor. Then, actually, heels stay in. And now we're going to do those curl and press up on the bench. So you want to be towards the end. That might be a little far away. Hands up over your chest for a little more core. Hips up, knees in, and then press. Same exact thing, just a little higher because you're on the bench. Single arm, single leg row. The repeater we've done before. Left leg down, right arm in the handle. Back. In 30 seconds, you'll switch. It would be right leg and left arm. Okay? You can use the ghost arm or put it behind. Then we're going to stay there with the one for that oblique rotation, which we've done before, but not at a steep angle, so even tall. But here, pull and twist with straight arms. Turn your shoulders, keep your hips kind of forward, toes face forward. Back down, control it, and then to the other side. Don't let them do this.
The row, right.
Right? We don't want to pull in and then twist. Keep it straight the whole time. And then last one in this circuit is going to be, we tried this on the bench last night. It actually worked. So you can do this on the floor if you're a little nervous about the height, but that bottom leg goes in the two straps, top leg up front. You have to get the placement right. And then your side plank here. Elbow to knee, 30 seconds, pause, and then you're going to flip it. Make sure they're on the bench. If they're too far to the edge, they're going to slide right off, and you can actually fall. So that will hurt. 30 seconds, you'll switch it. Second circuit. Staying at mid here. So again, those can all be at mid because you're raised on the bench. We have the Y-I fly. Y, back, palms down, straight arms overhead. Back, Y, back, I. Then you're going to set up for the next one. It's going to be a reverse lunge with a kick. Handles outside your chest. Step back, lunge down, come up, and follow through and push the heel out. Don't just come up and kick like that.
No rocket kind of
No
kicking?
rocket, no. You want to come up and push the heel out, and you're going to feel that all down your hamstring. 30 seconds, and then you can switch sides. Then we have a kiddie special.
Oh, no.
On the bench, 1 foot on, 1 foot off. You want the left foot, so basically I would start on the bench so you can have your feet in the right place. They'll always go back to that position. Then the right foot will come off. You'll stay low. Pulse for 2 squats, stay down. Pulse for 2, stay down. Pulse for 2, so my shoulders never change height. So center 2, left 2, center 2, right 2.
And you want your straps pretty tight.
Yes,
Okay.
you want to keep that just like you would here, then come down, drop it low. They're going to stay there, but your shoulders are back. You're not leaning forward. Sit into that chair, pulse, pulse, side to side with the middle. Then, take it to short or over short, whatever works for the person. Bruce will be a little higher. Take it, walk it out on feet, flat on the bench.